So I've grown a lot since season 1, as you can tell. I'm now way too tall to be on the camera. We had to set up a studio camera. And also because we have a live studio audience for the first time ever.
And we should say what the show is.
Welcome to season 2 of the first episode of the podkASSt.
It's a podcast.
Yes, it is. All right, I'm going to sit down. I promise I did not.
Can you see it?
Take a poop.
On the couch.
All right. So, how have you been?
I've been great. It feels good to be back in our normal studio, doing our normal podcast, giving away normal prizes. That's right, because we have a live studio audience.
And we have a live studio audience.
Wave to the camera audience. We love it. Wave to the camera audience. We love it. Okay.
Laugh. Cry. Or wait, do people cry in the laugh?
Boo, boo.
Boo, 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 boo. Oh.
And cheer.
Yes, sir.
We love our audience. And we're giving away one Telfar bag to one lucky audience member who can say what the name of the podcast is.
The first episode.
Moving on.
All right. So, what do you think? What do you think of?
Oh.
Yeah.
I was hoping you wouldn't bring it up on air.
Oh.
Right. I think if we get a slow zoom, Christian was pointing to a certain lower area of his face, kind of near, I would say around the mouth in general, sort of on top of the upper lip, and then below the bottom lip on the chin area. Oh no.
Yes, sir.
Full fuckboy.
All right. To bring in season 2, we're gonna pretend that never happened. Editor, cut that out.
Which part? What we talked about? Your bad facial hair?
Bro, cut that out too, man. What is going on?
Hey, editor.
Keep it in.
No. Can we get a vote from the live studio audience?
Let's take it to the audience for a
poll. Look at the camera, audience.
We love our audience.
Yes, sir.
I love our audience because they agree with me.
Yeah. I am the evil villain today.
Yeah, we haven't seen you in a bit. It's been a whole season.
I've been conquering.
What?
I've been conquering stuff.
You've been conquering stuff?
I've been, what do evil people do?
Oh, I see.
I've been doing.
You've been doing problems?
I've been scheming.
Uh-oh.
So I figured out that scheming sounds like a Canadian saying scamming. Oh, hey there, brother. I'm scheming.
Oh, no. It's almost Australian.
Or like Minnesotan.
Or Minnesota, yeah. Oh, for neat. Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah. I've been scamming.
Yeah, so you do you look a bit like a villain, though.
I'm a villain now because of this story that I haven't told you yet, and I've made you wait 2 weeks to hear. This is my...
Can we get it? Audience, can we get it?
Ooh.
Longer.
Louder and longer. Yes, sir. All right, so we'll work on that. All right, so...
Working out the kinks. Season 2.
Yeah, season 2. So we should just say season 2 all the time. So this is my villain origin story, and I'm not bullshitting anything. This is probably the...
Wait, we're joking about the villain thing. Christian has red hair, and he's wearing all black. He looks super cool. This is a true story.
No, but the story is real. Like, the story would actually be some villain origin story stuff.
Oh, boy.
But this is, like... the most helpless I've felt in my entire life. Like, genuinely the most helpless and fucking...
Are you sure this is not like a Batman origin story? It sounds like a Bruce Wayne, like you watch someone die.
Yeah, but
and then
is Batman even really good?
That's a good question. Honestly, that is a good question. Udoye is out there somewhere, like, shaking his fists at the screen.
Udoye is out there somewhere.
And we don't know where, and we miss him.
Yeah.
I miss him.
He is one of the people of all time.
Yes. He is one of the fucking people ever. Anyway, yes. I'm sorry. I digress.
All right, so the story... Here we go. Can we get another ooh just to bring in...
Ooh!
Yes, sir. So this is how it goes. So I'm gonna paint the picture. I'm going to a festival in Ohio. Lost Lands. Big... we have the green screen for a reason.
Too.
Go ahead and put put footage of Lost Lands on there. It's big dinosaur dubstep festival.
Sorry. Hold on. I'm not going to interrupt you the whole story. Rewind.
Did you say big?
Did you say festival? What does that mean? No.
Yeah.
Dinosaur?
Yeah, okay, put it on the thing.
Okay, it's a
again.
dinosaur?
You know what? Look how big the stage is. Look at how many people there are.
Holy shit.
And when I say dinosaur, I'm not bullshitting. Look at that. What's that
Oh.
guy doing over there?
Okay, I've now learned
Dinosaur.
there's dinosaurs.
It's a dinosaur themed festival, you know?
Full of
Dinosaur
dubstep.
themed dubstep festival. So I'm going from New York City to Ohio. And I'm like, all right, I've done this before. I've been there in 2019, the last time they did it. I was excited. Easy. It's a 2-hour flight, you know? Figured I get there. I leave at 3. I get there at 5. Simple enough, right? Getting to the airport, right? I get to the airport. Everything goes through smoothly. I get to the gate. Flight's delayed. 15 minutes, though. 15 minutes. Not bad.
But por qué?
Yeah, 15 minutes. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
I rarely have flights delayed. Like, I remember in 2018 where I flew like over 50 times. I've had 1 delay.
No.
It's been
It's
like,
actually impressive.
I've actually never had a delay, nothing. It's kind of crazy. So I have ridiculous luck with flying. So I'm like, whatever, dude. 1 delay, 15 minutes. I had it coming. You know, it's like the overdue super earthquake.
I flew too close to the sun. I had it coming.
I had it coming, you know. I've been on a streak, you
Yeah.
know. So flight gets delayed, 15 minutes. 15 minutes goes by, flight gets delayed, another 15 minutes. I'm like, you know what? Whatever. Maybe they're just like
Cleaning the plane.
I said, can't find parking.
Yeah, can't find parking.
Yeah.
The pilot's asleep.
Pilot's asleep. Who's flying the plane?
Hey, watch it.
Wait, I don't know if that's coming out.
Don't.
Can we get a laugh, please?
Yeah, we made a joke.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta look at
We gotta look at the camera.
Yeah. All right.
Wait, look the whole time you laughed. Yeah.
There
Okay.
you go.
We're working
All right.
on it. Season 2.
Season 2.
Season 2.
So the flight keeps getting delayed, and at this point I'm starting like they're changing gates. It's like,
Oh.
your flight's been moved to gate 43. Gate
Sorry,
44.
airport?
Airport gates.
No. What airport?
Oh, LaGuardia.
LaGuardia. Okay.
But it's the new LaGuardia. The new LaGuardia looks ridiculous. The inside looks like a PS5. It's fucking insane. Like
Yeah.
the new LaGuardia is like what you see in the movies for like a Samsung commercial. Like
Everything's so clean.
It's so clean. It's futuristic. It's like, you know, that picture of this is what society would be like if this never happened. And
Yeah.
it's like that super, that's what the LaGuardia airport looks like now.
so they're switching gates.
Switching gates, 44, 43, whatever. I'm like, I'm just going to make sure that I'm going to the right gate. As I'm walking, I'm like, also while I was at the airport, got recognized by this group of people that was also going to Lost Lands.
Huh.
It's like they were just like, yo, you're frugal aesthetic. I'm like, yes, for sure. And I'm like kind of in a rush because I had to finish doing work. So I didn't really get a chance to talk to them. But
So if that was you.
or no, it was just
Sorry.
Yeah, you know, I will get to that. Yeah.
Oh boy.
So then it's actually just one guy. No, I get recognized by one guy, but his group was going to Lost Lands. So I was like, oh, okay. There's people here. The point I'm trying to make is there's people here on my flight that are going to Lost Lands. So I'm like, I'm not alone. Everyone here is commiserating over these 15-minute delays, you know? And I get the text that the flight's delayed another 15 minutes for the 5th time. And this goes on for 7 hours.
What?
Yeah.
Your flight was delayed an entire 7 hours in total.
Every 15 minutes, 30 minutes or so, it would get delayed the amount of time that I waited for the delay. So if it gets delayed 30 minutes, I'll wait 30 minutes and I'll get another text that says it's delayed another whatever minutes.
You were there at 3. What time are you getting in now? Like 1
So
a.m.?
it's 10:30 and I would have gotten there like 1
Jeez.
at 2. And at 10:30 they were like, your flight's been delayed 2 hours to 12:30. And I'm like, bro, 2 hours? I can't wait that long. But I get another text. I'm like, oh, thank God. I do not want to wait 2 hours. Your flight has been canceled. 7 hours at the airport, flight gets canceled.
Yep.
And I'm like, dude, this is the first time ever my flight's been canceled. And I'm stranded there. And go up to the lady at the booth. And I'm like, all right, ma'am, trying to go to this dinosaur thing. What are my options?
Yeah.
She's like, so we could rebook you a flight. And also keep in mind, this is Thursday.
Okay.
So I'm on Thursday. And she's like, we can rebook you a flight, but the nearest date and time is on Saturday. Yeah.
So you can't rebook me a flight,
So you
is what you're
can't,
saying.
so you can't do it, you know?
There's no flights to fucking Ohio?
No, it's like the storm pushed everything back.
Oh, there was a storm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like when the flight was getting delayed, they were like, your flight's in the air. It just It was literally, we can't find parking. Like, not even fucking joking. The plane's like, there's not enough runway space.
Dude, it's always funny, like, when you're the one in the airport, because you're like, this fucking sucks. And then imagine when you're the one on the plane, and the plane's like, we got to do another loop around. And you're like,
Yeah.
I can see my house. Please let me off.
I'm going to jump, you know? So the flight keeps getting, like, when the flight was getting delayed, they were in the air. And by the time they were able to land, the crew, or the girl gets on the mic and goes, so your flight is here, but the crew has been working too long that they are not legally allowed to work anymore.
And the pilots fly too long, and then they have to go to sleep.
They have to go to sleep. They can't fly. So they were trying to find new crew, couldn't find new crew. It was a whole mess. So yeah, we couldn't fly until Saturday. I'm like, bro, how am I going to get to this thing? I honestly, in that moment, was like, I could just not go. I could just stay home. I have work to do, you know? I have a... Can we get a... Aw. Yeah. Season 2. Practical effects.
Yep.
So I'm like, I could not go. But the thing is, my friend over there got me guest list. And I was like, there's only so many guest list spots. So I'm like, fuck, I don't want to waste this. So, and I also wanted to go see him. I'm seeing friends I haven't seen in 2 years who I love. And I'm like, man, I'm going to go. I'm going to persevere. This is just a big delay. Let me weigh out my options. I'm thinking of what I can do. As I'm walking out of line, the guy that recognized me on my flight that was going to Lost Lands comes up to me and goes, bro, you're going to Lost Lands? That's sick. And I'm like, yes, I am. I'm trying to, at the very least. And he goes, dude, catch a Greyhound with us. I'm like, a Greyhound? Like
Can we get a
Season 2. So I'm like, he's like, catch a Greyhound with us. I'm like, that is like, I like in my head, I instantly said no. I'm like, no, why would I do? I guess that's the only option I have. You know? So I'm like, okay. I tell him, like, I have a checked bag. I'm like, I have to go get my checked bag first, but hopefully I can catch a Greyhound. I guess that's the only option. So I'm walking out the airport with my bag, and I check the Greyhound times. It's around like 11:10 right now. Like, yeah, 11 o'clock right now. I check the Greyhound times, and then the closest Greyhound time of departure is 12:30.
Okay.
So I'm like, 12:30, it's a 14-hour bus ride to Columbus. Can we get a oh no?
Oh no.
Season 2.
Let me tell you.
So it's a 14-hour ride to Columbus on this Greyhound. And I'm like, it went from a 2-hour flight.
That got delayed 7 hours.
Yeah, to a 14-hour bus ride.
So this is like a combined 29 hours.
Yeah, of like being in transit.
Jeez.
You know? And also 12:30 a.m. sold out.
Fuck.
The nearest one's 2:30. So guess what my ass did? I went from the airport and I waited 8 hours at the airport, and then I came back home because I had to wait for the next bus ride. So I'm here at like 11:30, and I'm like, what am I doing? I'm back home? Like, why am I here, you know? I'm back to make my life worse by catching a Greyhound. It's not even like I'm catching private later. It's like, I guess I got to downgrade
to the bus.
14 hours. I'm like, dude, why is it so long? So I come here, I wait it out. I just drink. I'm like, at this point, I'm like, bro, I don't even know.
I'm sleeping on the bus.
Yeah, I'm sleeping on the bus, bro. Like 14 hours.
Yeah, that's...
So I bring myself to the best place in the greatest city in the world, Port Authority Bus Terminal.
Fuck, I thought you were going to say Sapporo's Pizza. And I was,
Sbarro's.
Sabaro.
The best pizza in New York City.
Sbarro's the best pizza at Port Authority.
Can we get a laugh?
And
Yes,
Port
sir.
Authority, the best place to get a drink.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Season 2. Can we get a clap?
Yeah, that feels better. That feels good.
We're going to make you clap.
Yeah.
All right. So
You don't have to talk
you have to
back.
talk back there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
your camera.
Yeah. They can't see.
You don't apologize.
Don't apologize.
No,
No, we just said don't. No. Yeah, like don't
anything.
apologize. Just like
Cool.
That's cool.
Okay.
Do that to the camera though. There you go.
Awesome. She's having a good time. Our audience.
She's here by consent.
Yep. Full live studio audience.
You have to do that to. Yeah. All right. So anyways, I'm at Port Authority Bus Terminal, right? And I'm there with my stuff, and I'm in line to get in this Greyhound, and I'm like, man, what is today? You
What
know?
am I doing?
I'm like, what is today? And I get on there, And I'm like, all right, I'm on this bus. I haven't been on a Greyhound since I was in 3rd grade or something. You know, I haven't been on it feels like a field trip.
Yeah.
I'm like, I haven't done this in a hot minute. And I realized I have 14 hours. I might as well get some sleep before this like festival thing. I'll get there, pick up my ticket and go, you know? So I knock out on the bus. Knock out. It's 3 a.m. I knock out on the bus. I wake up at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
7 hours of straight sleep. Can we get a clap, please? 7 hours of straight sleep.
Impressive on a bus.
Impressive. On a bus, too, yeah. Head on the window, just feel like the main character,
Yeah.
you know? I wake up at 10 o'clock and I'm like, wow, I got some good sleep. I feel pretty good. And we're halfway there.
Yeah.
Like, we're halfway there. I'm like, honestly, this is not that bad. We get to a rest stop at 10:03 and he's like, I'm like, perfect fucking timing, you know? He's like, you guys have 30 minutes, go do what you want, buy food, take a shit, whatever. I'm like, you know what? I will go out and take a shit and buy food. So I go out, I buy the biggest bag of like chocolate covered acai berries of all time, just because I'm like, fuck it, man. I'm going big or I'm going home, and I'm not going home.
I'm going to Ohio.
I'm going to Ohio. I'm 14 hours, I'm 7 hours out, or 5 hours out, I guess. Or how long am I? 7
7 hours
I'm
out.
like literally halfway there. So I'm like 10:03 there. I'm having a great time, honestly. I go back out. I have a coffee, a cigarette, looking at the mountains of Bedford, Pennsylvania. Just like, ayo, this is not that bad. I'm like, in nature.
Yeah.
Cigarette.
On the highway, in nature.
On the road
with a
again.
cigarette. Yeah.
Just can't wait to get back on the road again. It's crazy. And I'm having a moment where I'm like, maybe missing the flight was for the better. I'm having time to think. I feel like there's...
You were in fucking main character mode. You were like, and this is my moment. This is my
moment.
life.
This is some season 2 stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Catching a Flight was season 1. We on the Greyhounds.
We're on the Greyhounds.
We're on the Greyhounds now. So I go back. I smoked a cigarette and drank a coffee. I'm like, I have to take a shit.
Yeah.
It's 2 poop inducers right there. So I go back in the bathroom. Nobody in the bathroom. Music's playing. Taking a shit.
Wait, you're on the bus?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
The reason I went to the bathroom is because I didn't want to take a shit on the bus.
Okay.
No, of course not.
I'm like, you had the option.
No.
And you were like, gotta get back.
There's nobody in the bus personal bathroom. There's nobody in the porta potty.
Music's playing. I'm like, in the bathroom?
No, but there's like
Yeah.
2000s like radio earworm pop
Pumping in through
playing.
the-
Yeah. And I'm taking a shit. And I'm like, this is not that bad. But then I think in my head, man, the worst, it's like all the bad stuff that's happened. I feel like the worst thing that could happen is if I miss the bus.
Stop.
Like that would be the worst thing that could happen.
Stop it.
I have all my stuff on the bus, my laptop, all my clothes, my bag. The only thing I have on me is my phone, my wallet, the biggest bag of acai covered blueberries, chocolate covered blueberries ever, and my headphones. And that's all I have on me. I'm like, man, this would suck if all my stuff got taken. Anyways, I check my watch. It's 10:23, okay? 20 minutes go by. I'm like, okay, I had 30 minutes, you know? So I felt kind of relieved. I looked at my watch. I'm like, oh, wow, I have like 7 more minutes and I'm done taking a shit.
Honestly, that would be the worst thing.
No, that would be, yeah.
Would you rather, studio audience, let's put it to a vote.
Yeah.
Would you rather shit your pants or miss the bus?
Miss the bus.
Okay, audience
You
said
would
miss
rather
the bus.
miss the
You'd
bus?
rather miss the bus.
Shit my pants?
Yeah.
You would rather, so you're saying,
In the bus?
You would rather miss the bus with your life on it than shit your pants once?
But in the bus.
yeah, no, you're in the bus.
Yeah.
You do shit your pants and you have to continue. Yeah.
For 7 hours.
You have to continue the bus ride for 7 hours. And you just have that dinky little bathroom to try to clean yourself up. And you know that water is probably not good.
Like they're all just
Oh, they know you.
Everyone hates you.
They know you shit your
Okay, anyways, regardless of the answer, I walk outside, bus is gone.
No!
Bus is gone.
No.
Season 2.
Season 2.
The bus gone, all my stuff on it. All like
What time was it? Did
it
you
was
take
10 it was 10:27. So we got there at 10:03.
You stupid
We got there at
Stupid little
10:03.
bitch, you dumb little bitch.
We got there at
You
10:03.
absolute idiot.
Dude, 30 minutes would have been 10:33.
Yeah, but buses run on bus driver time.
No, okay, but I checked the itinerary and it even says 10:30.
You've taken a bus before. They'll close those doors on your leg as you're trying to get on. They're like, bus is full.
I haven't taken a bus since I was in 3rd grade for a field trip. So I get outside, it's 10:27, bus is gone, and so is my life. I've never
Damn it.
I've never had a panic attack in my life.
Dude, can I just say, this is truly one of my reoccurring like stress streams. You know, everybody has a certain stress stream and it's like, school or work or like whatever. No joke. I am a forgetful person and my stress streams are always like, I'm late to something, I forget something. And one of them is that I have a bag on a Greyhound bus, like any bus, and it's in the understorage thing, like the bottom for big bags.
Yeah.
And I get off the bus at my stop and I'm like, thank you. And I walk, towards my house or wherever. And then I'm like, fuck, my bag is on the lower part of the bus and I didn't get it. And then the rest of the dream is me basically having a panic attack and trying to chase down the bus.
Yeah.
So now this has actually happened to you.
Yeah. And welcome to the 1/3 part of the story.
Jesus.
Yeah, we're not even, it gets worse.
Boom, boom.
So you think it's really bad right now and you think it's the apex of how bad it can get. I'm telling you, this is like stupid. So
And tune in for the next episode to find out.
Find out on season 3.
4. Honestly, we're going to hold out on this one.
We're going to, season 3, we got some plan, but season 4, we'll finish it.
Yeah. Now a word from our sponsor in between this to really keep you tied.
Right. There might be a sponsor.
There might be a sponsor.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess we'll know when this video goes out.
Yeah. And we're back, and I really hope you enjoyed that sponsor break, and you should definitely buy those products or take that course or whatever we talked about.
Anyways, so it's like, I'm not reading all that, but I'm happy for you or sorry that happened. Yeah. So I've never, like I said, never had a panic attack in my life. But when I walked out.
I'm sweating from the story. I have to take off this jacket.
Yeah, take it off. So I've never had a panic attack in my life. Walk out and I've never felt my heart rate just jump like that. And I feel like my vision went like I was overexposed. And I looked and I'm like, I almost didn't believe it. And out of my own like cognitive ability, like this was not in my control, but I just looked out and went, "Whoo, fuck." And I let out a "whoo, fuck." And looking around, first thought after my heart kind of calms down enough for me to think properly and not just be like, oh, like I definitely know what the Mr. Krabs meme is. Also, after that happened and I didn't have a panic attack, I'm confident I will never have a panic attack.
So you took a deep breath. You had your moment of like eyes are vibrating.
Yeah, I
and you're
laughed.
freaking out.
I had a small like laugh of like
The
nervousness.
psycho laugh to yourself in the parking lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then, okay, I know what I would do next, like
Yeah.
immediately. I want to see if it's the same thing. What'd you do next?
Okay, I first was like, maybe they moved the bus.
Okay, wouldn't be my idea.
They did though. No, they did. They moved the bus. It's on the freeway now. It's moving. They technically moved the bus.
Oh, okay, yeah. They moved it in terms of they drove it away.
It's moving. It was moving as I thought about it.
So
but what will you do?
Well, immediately
I would kill myself.
kill myself on live TV. I would find the nearest news reporter and I would just absolutely
Shoot
murk
myself.
myself
Yeah.
behind them. No, I would
Can
just
we
like
get a laugh?
yeah.
Come on.
Fucking trying out here. Season 2.
All right. What else?
I would just, because you had your phone, which
Yeah.
is huge, I would just immediately call Greyhound and be like, hey, I took this bus to this location. They dropped me off on the highway and I missed the bus. Please tell
Which
the
is
driver.
smart, right? It's logical. Okay. So,
Oh boy.
like you said, you would call Greyhound, right?
Oh boy.
I got a treat for you.
I can only imagine that there's no customer service.
No, they have a number. So I'm like, also, wait, before I call Greyhound, first thing that happens is I look at my phone and I'm like, man, I cannot wait to tell my friends about this. That's the first thought I had. I was like, Sydney, I can't wait to tell this story. Like, genuinely, first thing that came to my head is like, I'm getting a whole podcast out of this. But the first thought was that. The second thought was, there was no second thought. It skipped straight to the
Right
third.
to the third thought, yeah.
So the third thought was, oh, my phone's at 3%.
Christian, no! Oh my God.
It gets worse. So my phone's at 3%, and I'm like, oh shit, let me just charge it. Charger's in my bag.
Yep.
And bag is on the Greyhound. Greyhound's on its way to Columbus, Ohio. Capital of the world over there. So first thing, I walk back into the rest stop. Luckily, I was at a rest stop and not like a side of the road piss, like bathroom, whatever.
And also, luckily, you had your wallet on you.
Yeah, I did. And
Huge.
I would have had to like Apple Pay or like steal money or something.
Yeah,
Or steal the charger.
Steal the bus.
Steal the bus.
Another bus.
Maybe. This is why I'm a villain now.
Yeah.
I stole a bus. So I walk back into the rest stop and buy a 4-foot braided iPhone cable and a eraser-shaped wall plug for $27. Yeah, and I walk up to the lady at the register and I go, with my fucking tail between my legs, I go, is there a place I can charge my phone in the rest stop? And she goes, yeah, if you look over there by the subway, there's a little alleyway that gets to the kitchen, but there's an outlet over there, and you could probably charge your phone over there and just wait. And I'm like, thank you very much. That's all I needed. I walk to the subway alley thing. It's like this. It's literally just like the walkway to the kitchen.
Okay.
You know, but there's an
Sketchy.
outlet there, and I'm like, all right, cool. There's a little table nearby. I'll sit at this table with just, I don't know. At this point, I'm kind of just like, I cannot believe this is happening because the flight got delayed.
Yep.
I'm thinking of like all the projects that I have that I'm working on with brands. And I'm like, can't wait to email them going, hey guys, remember that video that we're working on? Yeah, it's not happening.
It's gone.
It's gone forever.
It was on a Greyhound bus to Columbus, Ohio, and it's gone.
It's gone. So I'm charging my phone, and the first thing I do is go on Instagram, and I scroll for like 5 minutes, just because you know, I'm
What
human.
is wrong with you?
Because I'm human. Okay, I go on Instagram. Okay, and then after that, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta like find my bus. So then I open up Twitter because you gotta check Twitter too. You know, can we
Audience,
get a laugh?
can we get a no? Audience, can we get a huh? Yeah,
Huh.
this guy.
At least I didn't open up TikTok. And then after I opened up Twitter, I'm like, all right. I open up porn, and I'm just joking.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
We got to go through all the
We
tabs.
So the network told us that we can't show porn.
We're not allowed to show porn,
We're not allowed to
and we're
show.
not allowed to really talk about it.
I know we're not allowed to talk about it either. So
They took away our studio audience.
yeah, and
because
they
we
were-
showed porn, and they said you're not allowed
Yeah,
to show
yeah.
porn.
Apparently that's like a thing you're not allowed to
law,
show.
or like
Whatever, man. Anyway, so I pull up Greyhound customer service. I'm like, I'm gonna call them. Hopefully that they can call the Columbus terminal to tell the driver to take my stuff off. You know.
word.
So I call Greyhound. This is what comes up. So I call the number. Oh, whoops.
Calling Greyhound's customer assistance line. This number has been discontinued. For assistance,
There is no.
Shut the fuck up.
You know what? Let me call it again as a joke.
calling Greyhound's customer assistance line. This number has been discontinued.
Hey, Sydney, what does discontinued mean?
You can't.
You can't even.
can't-
That doesn't exist.
It does
So
not.
I
work.
call their customer service, and their customer service doesn't exist. So at this point, I'm like, bro. So I go back on Instagram because I'm like, fuck, what do I do? And I'm like scrolling through photos because I'm just, I guess since I'm like in a state of like not panic, but in a state of like emergency,
Yeah.
I'm kind of just like, what are you gonna do?
Well, you do reach a point where you're like, you freak out, and then you're like, I can't do anything. So then you're
Yeah.
like, I'm not gonna think about that at all, and
Yeah.
you distract yourself.
Like,
What are you gonna do?
what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna friggin' do?
So I'm at the what are you gonna do phase, and in that moment I realized, man, if my whole life is on a bus going 60 miles an hour away from me, and I have nowhere to go, there's no Ubers there because I'm in the middle of Bedford, Pennsylvania. Why would anyone Uber there?
Yeah.
You know, I'm in the middle of nowhere, and in that moment I realized, man, I can't believe I'm still lazy. I'm like, how am I still like procrastinating? I'm
You're
like,
I have nothing.
I'm like on Instagram, like, bro, my life, I'm against a Subway
Oh my
sandwich like
God.
restaurant like this like with my phone and I'm scrolling through Instagram. I'm like, I can't believe I'm still like,
this
what are you
image-
gonna freaking do?
This image of you is like so sad.
Oh, it's so sad.
It's so sad.
And I'm not even like really panicking. I'm like, I'll either get through it or just this will be my
but
life.
also, here's my other thing. Who are the people on the bus who are sitting near you who are now like,
That's what I was thinking. There's this random girl.
Where-
she was watching The
where'd
Office.
that guy
I remember
go?
she was watching The Office, and I'm sure she sees me. Like she saw me get off. She saw me smoking. I'm pretty sure when the bus left, she just saw my white Neil Barrett backpack with Hawaiian flowers on it and my pink neck pillow on my seat. And she probably was like midway through an episode of The Office, looks over and realizes I'm not there, and we're like halfway through Pittsburgh, and she goes, "Oh shit."
like, wouldn't you? I mean, I don't know. Maybe this is just me, but maybe
You
I'm
would
more
stop the
aware of
bus?
my surroundings. Yeah, I would tell the bus driver. I'd be like, "Hey, I think someone's gone. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way that they left their
I
stuff."
too would have done that,
But honestly, maybe they did, and maybe the bus driver was like, "We're not allowed to
stop.
go
Yeah.
back."
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
At this point, I guess
We'll never
I
know.
guess,
Or will we?
I guess we'll never
Or
know.
will we?
Or will we?
All right, so go on.
So now I'm like, okay, I gotta call a cab.
Fuck.
You know, I gotta call a cab the old fashioned way. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll.
And you get in, you're like, follow that bus.
Yeah, I'm like, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, maybe I can get it to like go and beat it to
And you
Pittsburgh.
throw rocks at the bus, and you're like, pull over.
Yeah, I'm like, maybe I can beat it to Pittsburgh because the car is faster than the bus.
Genius.
But then I realized it's been an hour.
Fuck.
Because I've been just like trying to call
Scrolling.
Greyhound, scroll on it. Yeah, it's been an hour because I'm like on like a good algorithm wave.
Oh my God.
It's been so long. So also, yeah, but I'm not even lying. At that point, I realized I'm gonna be lazy no matter what.
Yeah.
Like if I'm being held up by gunpoint, I'm gonna take my time.
You're being tortured, and you're like, ugh.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
bored.
whatever.
I'm
like
so bored.
If I'm being like arrested or if I'm like at the station, I'll probably be on my Instagram. Just be like, hey, what are you gonna do? You know? So calling a cab. The first cab number I call from Bedford Car Service, number is discontinued.
What is going on?
what are these like gray numbers that don't exist? You know?
And
I'm
why
like,
are they still on Google?
why are they there? Why are they there? So second number I call, phone picks up. All I hear in the background is, ow, 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 ow. I'm like, there's dogs in the taxi cab? And she goes, hey, thank you for calling. I forgot the service, but she was like, did you need a car? I'm like, yeah, can I get a pickup from I'm like stuck at the Greyhound rest stop at the Turnpike in Bedford, and I would like a car to get to Pittsburgh, but my final destination's Ohio, so if you can help me out there, it would be great. She goes, hold on. Mike, could you get the dogs? I'm like, what? Where am I?
Are the dogs the drivers? And she's like,
Yeah,
can you
like,
get the
it's like
dogs?
Ratatouille, but it's dog taxi or something. So she's like, can you get the dogs? And she's like, okay, so what I'm understanding is you need to get to Pittsburgh from Bedford. And I'm like, yes, ma'am. And she goes, okay. And I quote, we don't have the technology to get you to Pittsburgh. Right? It's kind of weird.
The car doesn't work that
Yeah, so I'm like,
much?
you mean a combustion engine? We
our
have that
cars-
technology
Our
now.
cars only drive up and down the streets. We
Yeah.
can't go on the big
No,
highways.
nope. I'm like, what am I gonna get picked up on a horse? Season 2, man.
Season 2.
So after that, she's like, but what I can do is I can get you to Altoona, and there's a Greyhound stop there that you can maybe take another Greyhound and meet your old one in Columbus or Pittsburgh or whatever. I'm like, all right, where's Altoona? So I'll put a map up here so the viewer knows what I'm talking about and how Altoona is just like irrelevant. But not an irrelevant town, but geographically to Columbus.
Yeah.
I know I have some viewers in Altoona because when I showed a story that I was like there, I got DMs of like, why are you here? I'm like, I don't know.
I shouldn't be.
I don't know why I'm here.
No one should be here.
No one should be here. So this is Bedford.
Yeah.
This is Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Altoona is here.
Cool.
Yeah. It's up. So it's 10 miles up. So I'm like, all right, you know what?
It's not that far.
It's all right. It's what, at least I'm moving,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So I'm like, all right, come pick me up. And she's like, all right, I'll come grab you. She comes over and I'm walking to the car 2002 Subaru Forester, one of my favorite cars.
Nice. Solid.
Bumper sticker, Trump Pence 2020. And I'm like, as a minority, as a first generation immigrant from Asia, I was ecstatic. I was so excited. I was so excited for this conversation. I was ready to LARP as a model minority for the sake of getting through this hellhole. I was about to go in and be like, you know what? I agree. I don't know what I agree on, but you know what?
But you know what? I agree with you, lady
know what?
driving my car.
You know what,
to
lady?
this
I
place.
agree. Do your own research. What does that even mean? I don't know. Do your own research. So I get in the car, Trump 2020 bumper sticker. I also have more that I would like to show
Were there
you.
dogs in the car?
I'll get to that. So Trump 20, this is the car. 2002, so you can't see the bumper sticker because
Boy.
it's on the bumper. But I sit on the back seat, and do you know that man?
Oh,
Oh,
is that a
Oh.
stencil like outline of Trump?
yeah.
On the window.
It looks pretty DIY too.
This is insane.
Yeah.
We'll put a picture up.
Well,
on the
yeah,
green screen.
it'll be up. There's my lady.
Up. She's driving.
She's driving. So as soon as I get in, she's like, so what happened? I told her the whole Greyhound. I tell her pretty much everything I told you, but like compressed. And she's like, oh, let me go ahead and call Greyhound. And I'm like, you're gonna call Greyhound?
Good luck.
Good fucking luck, boomer. Do you have the technology to do that? So she calls Greyhound. Someone answers, and I'm like, who are you talking to? Who the fuck are you talking to?
What number did you call?
Who are you talking to? God bless her soul. Also, may I say, probably the nicest lady I've ever met.
Of course.
No joke. I'll get to it. So she's talking to the Greyhound terminal in Altoona. So she's like, I have this fine gentleman here. He got left behind at his Greyhound stop. Is there a way I can get him on a Greyhound to Columbus? I'm like, yo, this is kind of tight. This is kind of tight. You know what? Maybe we should do our own research. You know?
Whatever that means.
Whatever that means.
Is your shoe blocking me? This is so big. You're basically blocking me. Put it down.
All right. So
You're so tall. You're blocking me.
so tall, I'm blocking you from my foot. This is a funny set.
This is a hilarious set. I wish,
wish-
for the audio listeners at home, I wish you could only see us. Oh, wait, you can. Just go on YouTube.
We're hanging from an airplane.
Yeah, we're hanging upside down from an airplane, Tom Cruise style.
Yeah, and we're totally not talking shit to the audio listeners
No,
behind
we're
their
not.
back.
We love our audio listeners. We're actually going to do more audio stuff.
Yeah.
We're trying to do more audio.
Yeah.
We're leaning into the audio, and we're going to do a lot of wacky sound. No, this one's for our audio listeners.
Oh, yeah.
And we're fuck the video. Fuck the video. people.
Honestly,
Fuck the video watchers right now.
Fuck the video
Do some
guys.
crazy
Wait,
sound
they can
effects.
hear us.
Fuck, wait.
Yo, wait.
Oh, wait, just do some
Do it
sound.
in like Morse code. Like.
Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop.
So she calls the Greyhound Altoona terminal and you're like, I have this gentleman going to Columbus. I'm like, cool, this is kind of tight. So that lady goes, oh, we could get him on a bus to Pittsburgh and that Pittsburgh bus can transfer to Columbus. I'm like, perfect.
Amazing.
I'm just going to be mad late.
Yeah, and you'll figure out the
I'm
bag
like,
thing.
whatever. I'll figure out the bag thing when I get there. Hopefully they can get a guy to just take it off the bus. It shouldn't be that hard. I'm like, it's a gray steel fucking luggage. So she gets after she does all the calls, I'm like, I tried calling. Numbers don't work. And she goes, oh, well, I've been, hear this. This sounds like a joke. I'm not even lying. She goes, sorry. I've been working at Greyhound for 19 years.
She works at Greyhound?
She used to work at Greyhound. Now she does this taxi service thing.
Wow. She was
Yeah.
like, the buses got too big for me.
Yeah.
I downsized to
I
cars.
downsized. And so she's like, I used to work Greyhound for 19 years. Husband's a Greyhound driver for 7 years.
Tell
so,
him to get
so
on the
she's
bus.
she has like the secret links, you know?
I love it.
She got the deep seat. She got the connects, bro. She knows somebody.
Yeah,
I know a guy.
She knows a guy on the inside.
Oh, you talking about Greyhound? I know a guy. I know a guy. Should we this is a big Greyhound fuck you podcast. Unless they want to sponsor us.
But also, I've had issues with Greyhound too. I think but you also had issues with the airline. So,
Yo, fuck everybody, bro.
and also, I will say, the Greyhound one wasn't fully their fault. You missed the bus.
It literally said they're leaving at 10:30 and they
Yeah.
left at 10:27.
Yeah.
Sydney, it is literally their fault.
Okay, all right. We'll take it to
On paper, okay, so in court, I would win.
In a court of law,
I would win.
I would win.
Because there's document.
No, I fully back you. I would be like, I would call them and I would be rip shit because I'd be like, you said 10:30.
I was gonna, but their number doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. And we
Oh,
should
my
say,
bad.
sorry, we should say the first number when you Google it does not work. It is the number
Go
that
ahead
shows
and
up.
Google Greyhound customer service.
I'm sure there's other numbers for like specific Greyhound places that are different, but like the main customer service number does not work.
No.
So that's their fault.
It is their fault.
So go on.
So then I call. I didn't call anybody. What happened?
You're in the car for the bus. Where am I? What's going on?
What time
Is
is
this
it?
my house?
Oh no, so we're driving and we're driving to grab the other car to transfer to Altoona. Like it's a taxi service. It's not really a taxi service. I'll get into it in a bit. We get the new car and we're driving because her son's car is like old as fuck. So we just get a van. So we're driving to Altoona and I was telling her of all the stuff that's been happening, flight canceled, Greyhound bus breaks down, and I'm like, wouldn't it be silly if the car also broke down? Wouldn't that be funny as a joke? Luckily, you're gonna have to find out in the next. No, I'm just fucking playing. So we're driving,
Should
right?
we break this up into 2 eps?
No, this has to be
Okay,
one
we'll do it
long fucker. So at this point, I start documenting stuff. At this point, I'm taking pictures. I'm like, this is gonna be on the podcast.
Yeah.
This is crazy. So, we are driving, and we're not on the highway though. We're kind of just driving through the roads, and then she makes a right turn, and the car doesn't go. She makes a right turn, we're on the road, and then the car just doesn't follow through. And I'll play the video in sync on the green screen.
Well, you know where you turn there at the pizza shop? Yeah.
Here's me recording.
Yeah, and you turn right and you start out,
See, turn right.
going on to catch up with 99. It just totally shut. It had no oomph, and all of a sudden it stopped.
See? Exactly how I said it. The car went right, but it didn't go right, and then it just stopped.
So the car broke down.
The car broke down. God bless America. And look at all these like, hold on, look at all this like check engine light, tire pressure,
my
all
God.
this crap. Like,
Was she out of gas?
Look at that. It says service monitor. Like it's trying to. No, the tube popped. Is what happened.
What the fuck does that mean?
Also, as I'm stranded.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yes,
There's
sir.
a billboard that says, making the Taliban great again.
That's my boy.
And it's Joe Biden.
No, that's Joseph Bidan.
Yes, it is.
That's Joseph Bidan.
In like a head wrap with a
In a turban with an RPG.
a gun. This is an insane billboard that actually exists in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Wow.
In Bedford. Shout out to my Bedford viewers that saw that and was like, "You're here?"
That's hilarious.
I'm like, "Yeah, not for long. I'm either out or I'm dead." You know. Also, dog in the car.
Holy shit! This dog looks like it's taking a shit.
It did look like, but look at that dog in a car.
It's a cute dog.
It was a cute dog.
I love a dog in a
I
car.
love this picture of the dog.
Demon dog.
Yeah, just,
That's a beautiful photo. It's like a 100 gex photo.
this could be our single.
That's our album cover.
This is the season 2.
I love this dog.
Yeah.
All right, so what the fuck?
Also, look what I'm wearing.
Slides?
Slides with the weed socks.
Oh my God.
Maybe that's why my life got fucked up. Anyways, so we get in the new car, and the boss comes over to fix the car right on the side of the road. And I'm like, this is also kind of funny. At that point, I'm kind of just like, this is just hilarious.
Yeah,
Fuck the festival.
the
This is insane.
Truly not about the destination. It's about the journey.
It's like, bro, fuck the journey too. Bro, this is the worst journey.
No, it's an odyssey. You're
It's
doing like
crazy.
an epic.
It is. It's like a stupid. It feels like not even a story. This just feels like a dictionary of
So
like
go-
the worst words.
Christian's worst day ever in the dictionary is
Yeah.
just this entire story in a passage.
So then at this point, the boss comes over to fix the car. And she's like, oh, the tube popped and this. And I'm like, damn it, how long is that going to take? And he goes, y'all can just take my car. I'm like, what is this? A group of friends hanging out? Y'all can just take my car? So we take his car.
Okay.
Yeah. So we take his car and we're driving. It's an hour drive. And at this point, an hour, what does that even mean? That's nothing.
10 miles?
I've
an
been
hour?
commuting, I guess. It was
That's
like, it was
wrong.
10 miles, give or take, but it was an hour drive.
Okay.
So, the whole hour, I know more about this lady than I know about you. I don't know if I want to spoil her information on the
No,
internet.
I mean,
But God bless her soul. Like, honestly, she saved my life.
okay.
Like, she called all the people she needed to call, everything. Like, when I got to the Greyhound terminal, like, I also had a fucking great time talking to her.
Oh,
I had a blast. It was just like the most wholesome conversation. She told me about her whole life, and she's lived a full life. And even then, she still thought my scenario was ridiculous. She's like, "You're in a pickle." I'm like, "I'm in 5 dill pickles.
I'm in the jar.
I'm in the jar. Like the jar like the jar that hasn't been opened yet, so it's tight as
sealed.
fuck. I'm so stressed that if I was a piece of coal, I would be a diamond.
Whoa. He's
Yeah.
hard pressed.
Hard pressed. So this lady made the ride amazing. And when we get to the terminal, the lady at the terminal is like, "You're the guy that lost his stuff on the bus." I'm like, "Yes, me. That's me." I'm like, "All right, cool. We got a bus coming in 30 minutes. Don't miss that one." And I'm like, "How funny. Wouldn't it be funny if I missed that bus too?" No, I'm just playing. I did not.
Holy shit.
I didn't miss that bus, but
I would
they-
slap you.
But they were like, "We're unable to get someone at the terminal to grab your stuff," just because literally they were like, because they're unresponsive, which means they just don't pick up the phone.
AKA, they're also calling the disconnected Greyhound.
Yeah,
And they're
maybe.
like, what the?
Yeah, so they're like, the buses drivers don't pick up or whatever. I'm like, all right. So she's like, but you got to find a way to get your stuff. But since it's in Ohio, why can't they just like have the bus take it off the bus there?
leave it at the terminal.
Just leave it's on the bus. I'll get there and I'll take it off the bus myself.
Doesn't the bus driver do a sweep? Anyway, go on.
Right. And then they were like, "Oh, because your bus's final stop isn't actually Columbus. It's Los Angeles. The bus I was on is headed 60 miles an hour to Los Angeles, baby. The city of angels." Funny how it's going to the city of angels because I feel like I'm in hell.
I'm a villain.
It was nuts. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm just gonna
Wait until it gets to California.
Yeah, and then what? Like, what are you gonna
mail
ship it to me?
back? Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, and I'm like, bro, I have my laptop.
Yeah, I need that.
That is my whole life. Like that's my life's work. I can't work
Jesus.
without it. I have all my clothes in the other luggage too. What am I gonna just like go to Walmart and buy a whole set of clothes?
I don't know why you would go to Walmart of all places, but
No,
go
like
on.
and in Ohio.
Oh, sure, yeah. Target.
Or like Target, I guess. Or whoever wants to sponsor us, we can like retrofit the word in.
We'll go, yeah, and then we'll
Yeah.
go to your store. We'll wear your
Yeah.
fits.
Like, what am I gonna go to roosterteeth.com and buy clothes?
They probably have merch.
Yeah, they got merch.
We're gonna make merch.
Yeah. Yeah, roosterteeth.com and buy merch. So I'm at this point, I'm like, this is so stupid, man. I had a whole like redemption arc that ended on a lull because they can't get my bag off the bus. And so I do the one thing that I do best, and I go on Instagram. I do the one thing I do best, and I go on Instagram. But honestly, they say nothing good comes from scrolling through Instagram.
What'd you find?
I was so bored and so out of luck that I went not only to my DMs, I opened up the message request box.
Nice.
Because I'm that bored. And remember how I said I got recognized at the airport? And remember how I said he was like, "Bro, you should catch a Greyhound with us."
Shut the fuck up.
I get a DM. Read that. I'll put it on the screen
Can I
too.
read out loud?
Yeah, you can read it out loud.
Yo, bro, did you get off the bus? LOL. Is your bag still in the bus? This should not stop it, so let me know if you need me to pick up your stuff for you.
Right? Crazy.
So he missed the 12 p.m. bus too and took that next one.
Can we get like a moment of silence for our hero, Anthony Trong?
Anthony Trong.
Just a moment of silence for the saving grace. Yo, shut up, bro.
We're doing
What is
something.
this?
Somebody's outside.
God.
We're doing this for Anthony.
Yeah, come on, like He got my stuff.
He got the
Like, are
stuff
you
off the
kidding me?
bus.
You can't shut up for like.
He got the stuff off the bus when he left it on the bus because he had to take a huge shit in
throw
the
the
bathroom.
Telfar bag at him.
Stop making noise when we talk about Anthony.
All right, so
I'm sorry.
what happened was.
Stop making noise. All right,
so
that's amazing luck.
So yeah, I'm gonna show just the screenshots on the
Holy
screen, but it's
shit.
pretty much just me going like, "Yo, yeah, I lost my stuff on the bus, whatever." And I'm like, he's like, "What does it look like? This," and I'm like, "Yes, that, whatever." I told him, "Text me."
Yeah.
So just text me when you get there. Let's see if I can find him. So he texts me, right?
Mm.
And then he's like, "I'm gonna get off the bus. This, and then you remember how I said I never had a panic attack, but
Oh, God.
you remember how I said I never had a panic attack, but that's the first time I felt my heart spike?
Uh-huh.
So this was the reverse one where I got a picture of this, which is my stuff. Also, so it's my stuff on the ground, right? And I'm like, but also I see this fucking root beer can that I did not drink, which means that someone sat in my spot
With your stuff.
with my shit there. And I'm like, how rude.
Don't they know that I didn't get back on the bus?
And then I'm like, yes, that's my stuff. And he sends me
Oh
this
my
picture
God.
with my luggage and my stuff. And I'm like,
What
yo,
a great fucking guy.
Anthony Trong.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I'll finish. It gets better. This is the point where the tables
This is the
turn.
okay, this is the uptick.
So I'm on the bus. I'm on the way to Pittsburgh. I'm on the way to Columbus. And the whole time I'm like, I cannot wait to tell this story. That's the only thing I'm thinking of. And while I'm like in this like arc of like it ended up working out, whatever, and like going through all the pain, I'm like, so people that have shitty lives, right? What do they do if they don't have a podcast?
Or a Twitter account or friends? I don't know.
Yeah. Are they just like,
Do they just feel
y'all just like raw dogging
like internal sad? You just internalize that shit?
internal sad, right?
Eternal sad? Eternal sad.
Eternal sad.
Eternal sad.
Yeah. So I get to Columbus. Also, get to Columbus and it's like there was shit on the floor of the bathroom. And I'm like,
Oh,
I'm
wait, like
home.
literal shit?
Like literal shit on the floor.
Ew.
I'm like, oh, I just wanted to add that. But I get to the Airbnb, I hang out for a bit, and then and then I'm like, I'll pick up my stuff when you guys get back from the festival.
Okay.
And then they get back, and I'm like, wow, their Airbnb is like 5 minutes from me.
No way.
So it was perfect. So I went over, grabbed my stuff, said thank you so much.
Yeah.
Came back home to the
Airbnb.
Airbnb, and then I told my friends the story, and they're like, "Oh my fucking god!" And they're like, "Wait, that stuff was on a bus to LA?" I'm like, "Yeah." And
How far behind were you from the bus when you got into Columbus?
so I got into Columbus 7 hours after them. So I was 7 hours late.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's insane.
I was supposed to get there the previous day at 5 p.m. Instead, I got there the next day at 11 p.m. So I was literally commuting for,
Over 24 hours.
yeah, like 40 hours or something like that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So you made it safe. And did you go to the festival that night or the next day?
Oh, no, I
guess?
didn't go that day. I missed the first day.
Okay,
I
but
had
you went
to
the
miss
next
first
day. So worth it,
It was totally worth it, man.
dude. And worth it for this fucking ep.
Yeah, crazy episode.
You really did go about it in a good way. Ultimately, like,
Bro, I've
lucked
come
out.
to accept I will be lazy anywhere.
yeah.
I'll be like, we'll have like a war and I'll have to join the draft. I'll get drafted and on a plane to like West Point or wherever they train people, I'm on Instagram.
Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in
Yeah.
for this fucking insane roller coaster ride of a story.
I think this is, I will retire physically telling this story here.
Here and now.
Like, if
you
any-
heard the last rendition.
Like people will tell people about the story and people will ask about the story. And instead of telling them, I will give them a link to this podcast.
this is how oral tradition happens
Dies.
nowadays.
Embrace, fuck tradition. Embrace modernity.
Wow.
Yeah, fuck tradition.
Wow. Okay. I'm also I'm team fuck tradition. I would fuck tradition.
I would fuck her.
Just pretty hot. Mm-hmm. Thanks so much for listening. Really happy to be here. Season 2, baby.
How do you guys like the new set?
We're gonna have more create. Our budget is huge now.
Yeah.
Because we're on a network.
Yeah, because Rooster
we're really
Teeth.
popular.
Every time we say Rooster Teeth, we should get like someone in a rooster costume to walk out and like punch me.
There we go. I like
Or
this
like
idea.
bite my leg.
Yeah, that's a good idea. But yeah, our budget's huge now, so we changed the set and we've got a live studio audience. Well, they left. What the fuck?
Fuck, bro.
I'm trying to end my podcast.
Thomas the Dank Engine.
See you for the next
You can
episode.
follow me on Instagram at Christian VY and Twitter at JK_Weiling.
And you can follow me on Instagram at Sydney Gale and Twitter at SoccerMomSyd.
If anybody knows Anthony Trong, if you're watching this, I would like to thank you. Me and Sydney would like to take you out to dinner.
Well, you actually didn't do anything for me, so Christian's going to take you out to dinner, and you can take me out to dinner. How about that?
Oh, okay.
And and Christian also takes me out to dinner.
Okay.
I forgot my wallet.
Yeah.
Sorry.
On the Greyhound. No. All right, but where can we find you?
I already said it.
You did?
Somebody doesn't listen to their co-host.
I forgot it, but the memory's lost on the Greyhound.
I'm thinking about the Greyhound. I miss it. We should take a Greyhound.
It's like, what is that? Oh, the camera died. Look at that one. So, yeah.
Should we wave?
Bye.
They can't hear us on the mics if we wave, but what if we just make waving sounds? We're waving bye.
Bye. Bye.